Hey everyone, it's Tracy Martirana here from Holistic Wellness with Tracy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about an herb that I feel like is used extensively and completely underappreciated all at the same time. Today we're talking about parsley. Check that out. Isn't it beautiful? Nice and green and vibrant. Parsley, and specifically I'm talking about flat leaf parsley or Italian parsley. Everything I'm going to say really does pertain to curly parsley as well, but people don't tend to use that as much, so we're really talking about this stuff. Parsley is used so often in cooking, and like with all culinary herbs, it has a lot of herbal benefits that I think people completely overlook. We like to add parsley to finish off a dish because it adds that nice, bright, fresh, earthy, yummy flavor. I don't know. Is that how you would describe it? That's how I would describe it. And even though we use it all the time, we tend to forget that it actually is really good as a medicinal herbal remedy kind of herb. Because it's a culinary herb, let's start with nutrition. This is a nutrition powerhouse. Parsley is full of vitamin K, which is great for your bone health. It has vitamin C, which is great for your healing abilities, your immune system, as well as other things. And vitamin A, which is best known for helping your vision, but is also important for your immune system and your reproductive health. It's full of folate, which is, for one, good for your body as it helps it build red blood cells. It's also beneficial in early pregnancy to help prevent birth defects. Parsley is full of iron, also good for your blood. If you happen to run on the anemic side, you need iron for your blood to be able to carry the oxygen to your muscles. And iron is also important in the creation of several different hormones. And lastly, it's pretty high in potassium, which is good for heart health as well as many other benefits. So when it comes to nutrition, parsley really is a powerhouse. It has so many vitamins and minerals, and many that I didn't even mention, right? I only picked like the top 6 to mention. There are many others. Parsley, along with other culinary herbs, along with most plants in general, are high in antioxidants, which help prevent cellular damage, can help reduce the risk of cancer, of type 2 diabetes, and also heart disease. Also, just like many other culinary herbs, parsley does have some antimicrobial components. So if you have cold and flu or an infection brewing, any of the culinary herbs will help you to fight that off. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of the herbal goodness though. Parsley helps support several different systems in the body, and it's best known in its use to help support urinary health. Parsley is a slightly diuretic herb, which means it helps you produce more urine, which can be helpful in issues with kidney stones or urinary tract infections. And because of that diuretic effect, parsley also helps support healthy blood pressure. So if you are running a little bit on the high side, like not scary high, but just, the blood pressure is creeping up a little bit, then consuming a lot of parsley could help bring that down. Parsley supports women's health. That folate and the iron help with anemia that women tend to be a little more susceptible to. But also that diuretic effect, again, it helps pull fluid out of the tissue. So if you suffer from bloating or swollen ankles or hands during your menstrual cycle, then again, parsley could be a big help to you. Parsley also supports digestive health. It protects the gastric lining, which means parsley is sometimes used by herbalists to treat mild ulcers. And the last thing I want to mention is skin health. Parsley promotes the formation of collagen in your skin, which means it helps your skin look younger and firmer. Who doesn't want that? If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to click the little thumbs up button so that YouTube knows that people are interested in content like mine. Now let's talk about the taste for a minute. In Ayurveda, there are 6 tastes. And in order to feel full and satiated, it's recommended that you try to get all 6 tastes in every meal. So not necessarily within every dish, because that would be a little weird, but within every meal. And those 6 tastes are sweet, salty, sour, bitter, pungent, and astringent. Parsley falls into the astringent category, which is handy because astringent can be a little bit hard to come by in your meals. You can do broccoli. Broccoli is astringent, but after that, it's things like cranberries and pomegranate seeds, turmeric and bay leaves. Things like that are astringent. And depending on how you cook, yeah, you might include those things, but probably not in every meal. Which brings me back to another reason why I love the fact that parsley is so almost overly used. Okay, it's not really overly used. It's used a lot, as it should be, but that brings that astringent flavor into your dishes. So that's one of the reasons why I would recommend sprinkling this stuff on every savory dish that you make. How do you use it? Yeah, you can chop it up and sprinkle it over everything that you make. That's great. It is good on just about every savory dish that I can think of. But you can get a little more creative and find ways to bring it a little bit more forward in some of your meals. Recently, I did a video on an herbal relish that used a lot of parsley and a little bit of cilantro. That is delicious. It's a great way to bring a good scoopful into your meal. So tasty. I'll put a link to that down in the description box below. But you can also blend it with basil and make a basil parsley pesto. Also yummy. You can try making things like falafel or tabbouleh, which have a lot of parsley in them. As a matter of fact, I did a video, it was a while ago now, of I think it was 5 different salads. No, it was 5 different ways to use herbs in your cooking. And one of the dishes I shared is tabbouleh, which is like a wheat berry based salad that has both parsley and a little bit of mint in it. It's delicious. I'll also link that video down below, so make sure you check it out and give it a try because it is yummy. And you can pair that with falafels, which also have a lot of parsley in them. Yummo. I tend to use parsley a lot as one of my salad greens. If I'm throwing a salad together, I might use just some green leaf lettuce or cabbage or whatever I might be making, and then I just add a bunch of leaves and use it as a salad green. It's yummy and delicious and good for you. If you are one of those people who likes to make green juice in the morning, adding a bunch of parsley to your green juice is a great way to ingest it. And then you can always make parsley tea. And while I know that sounds a little bit weird, it is delicious. And if you're not really a huge fan of just the flavor of parsley on its own, just blend it in with something else. Now, to make parsley tea, I typically take, I don't know, a good tablespoon, like that much. Like that much right there. Rip it off, put it in a cup, muddle it a little bit with either a muddler if you have one or just like a wooden spoon, just to sort of bruise the leaves a little bit. It helps the plant release some of its oils. Then add in some boiling water, let it steep for 3 to 5 minutes, longer if you want, but you'll get good flavor in 3 to 5 minutes, and you'll get good medicinal benefits as well. And then strain it off and drink it. Now, I would use this mostly if I was trying to treat something like a urinary tract infection versus if I was looking to just get vitamins and minerals, because maybe it's Well, I think it's obvious. Maybe it's not obvious, but you'll get more vitamins and minerals if you're eating the whole plant than if you're just drinking the tea. However, you will get the diuretic effect from the tea. And lastly, if you do suffer from a lot of UTIs, or if you're playing around trying to keep your blood pressure low, again, if your blood pressure is high, talk to your doctor. But if you're just maybe at that cusp of, it's not quite as low as you want it, but it's not considered high yet, parsley does come in capsule form. You can often buy it as a supplement, and it might be worth trying. For me, as a rule, I prefer to take most of my herbs, if possible, as either food or tea, but capsules sometimes can be beneficial, and parsley is a pretty low risk herb. That's not to say that you will tolerate it well. So if you do want to try parsley as a supplement, I would suggest talking to your doctor about it first, because sometimes even the most innocent of herbs can affect people badly. And just like everything else, it is possible to be allergic to parsley. Use your common sense. Don't overdo it. Too much of a good thing is still too much. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this video and that you will think about adding parsley into your herbal remedies, into your foods, in new and exciting ways. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That way you will never miss a future video. Thanks so much. Have a great day.